100 years of empowering families.
100 years of strengthening communities.
Join us as Neighborhood Houses celebrates 100 years of service.
It's the kind of thing that Jan and Lou, but even more beyond them, the neighborhood houses stood for, because the social workers that came out of the settlement movement were activists. They were advocates for social justice. They were the persons who identified racial prejudice at that time, gender discrimination. They were ones that understood the impact of poverty on people's lives. So it was always about values.
I guess I had known about Fellowship Center for a long time through my church, but I had the feeling working in Family and Children's Service that that step from the sidewalk up into the agency was hard for a lot of people to make that might really need some help.
The idea of working interracially in the 1940s was, kind of scary.
Unbelievable.
And we have memories of some churches we'd go in where the pastor wanted us to come, but we'd go in and some people would walk out.
Young people have told me, young adult males have told me, Panchita, if we hadn't been at the neighborhood houses, if we hadn't been at Dignity House, if we hadn't been involved, either I would be dead or I would be in prison and have taken a life.
I was visiting with families and encouraging them to organize tenant relations councils in their own buildings, particularly those still living in the tenements, who were probably having landlord problems. And so we did a fair amount of working with the families and representing them in what could be considered arguments and fights with landowners, with the landlords, with City Hall, and so on.
It has impacted so many lives, and still does. Still does.
Each life is special. People have a right to self-determination. Lou used to say, everybody has magnificent potential. Magnificent potential. You can do something worthwhile.